Almost crunch time. I think. I still think we're too early. Too early for the party, guys. There we go. Tunnel Cicero Police Department harassment. Just in time. Just in time, guys. We got them. Didn't I tell you? This is the day after. The day after they have got signatures among their fellow employees. Trafficking, distribution, and packaging of the white envelopes. Tunnel Cicero police officers are continually harassing me. On command signal. And that's the reason for the brain attacks. Surprise advantage once I respond by approaching the window. See that? This is state insurance policy fraud, identity theft Medicaid. Tuesday, November 11th, 2025, 12:54 p.m. That's right. The day after, Tunnel Cicero police officers collecting petitions among their fellow employees of state insurance policy fraud, identity theft Medicaid, trafficking, distribution, and packaging of the white envelopes involving children, Hawthorne track race horses, senior citizens, migrants, and so on. And we also have mail carriers involved in criminal activity. That's right. We also have fire department, paramedics, judges. That's right. Watch out. And of course, Tunnel Cicero officials, Larry Dominic, are working on a harassment case against me for providing a public service. That's what we got. It just got real quiet. We just witnessed Grandma grabbing the envelopes, and she should be out very shortly. Once she makes the mail exchange, and she's gonna set the you know what back in the mailbox and underneath the front porch. We have the female at 5132 also involved in the petition, working alongside police officers involved in criminal activity. 5132. We also have her husband. 5132 that continues serving customers at an indoor and outdoor golf course. 5132. Alright, that's what we got so far. And other than that, they have responded by covering up the window. See? So they won't incriminate themselves. Remember now, they're working on a harassment case against me, and they do not want people guessing what's going on. It's way too late for that. And that's the reason for the bright light harassment in the kitchen. I had to cover up. Oh, you can see the intensity of the bright light harassment. See that? You can see it. And we're trying to avoid family conflict by placing a safety latch to avoid family conflict. And the furnace heater is on. Of course, they're trying to manipulate me to turn it off with the high frequencies and attack of the brain, electronic harassment. We're getting a little bright light harassment, on and off switch. And let's see what's the reason for the police officer continually circling the area. Obviously to provoke a confrontation. There you go. All right, that's what we got so far. Organized crime family desperately are trying to provoke a confrontation, trying to arrest me. But I must respond, of course. This is the game of manipulation. If you guys want to make a difference, please contact Internal Revenue Services, the IRS, regarding 5132 West 24th Street, Laramie, Cicero, Illinois, 60804. Nello Greco is the main proprietor. And 5132 West 24th Street, Laramie, Cicero, Illinois, 60804. We have the information. We just happen to have the information right here. So we're going to try and figure things out, make it a little easier for everyone. This is what you're looking for. I filed a petition January 8th, 2025 with a tax preparer, tax evasion. And this is the main proprietor, Nello J. Greco. And he inherited this property from his deceased mom that I have beautiful memories of. Right there. Betty B. Greco. That's right. Betty B. Greco. Okay? That's the information. And all you have to do is inquire the status. Every year I filled out with a tax preparer. And this past year was January 8th, 2025. And there's Nello Greco again. He is behind the murder plot electronically. 2003 year and present 2025. Along with his family members, they panicked. If you go on our social media platform, YouTube, they panicked the very same day they got notification by University of Illinois of bleeding of my brain, electronic harassment. Okay, that's what we got. Very important information that we are passing on to our, as a public service. And we appreciate everyone's participation and thank you so much for being a concerned citizen. We need the public support. We're trying to open up a case. We're trying to make a difference, guys. Please put pressure on social media platforms. We are working alongside, we're sharing information with Samantha Chapman, Channel 7 News, and Jason Knowles, and the rest of the private investigators at Channel 7. Okay? You guys saw firsthand the police officers involved in criminal activity. And this is called attacking the victim's psyche. And we also have Nello Greco's nephew, Anthony J. Lothar. We uploaded a couple of videos of his visit to the Candyman and walking right out with the Candyman. So, obviously, he's not concerned. He is visiting the Candyman, and they're just in and out. So, all we can do is document what we see. Okay. But I'm glad to see that they're at least they're showing their faces. Good for them. We want them to carry on as normal. We want them to move back to 5132. That's right. We want Nello Greco and his family to move back to 5132. The first floor remains vacant. They're not concerned with taxes, but they're more concerned with having me arrested, with having me and having me respond. That's the reason so much time, effort, law enforcement, strategizing, and This is the day after Tennessee officials working alongside police officers involved in criminal activity, getting petitions from people involved in criminal activity, 5130 and 5132. And the police officers visited these residents, 5130 and 5132, on 2 separate occasions, and they were instructed to park. Let me zoom out. All the way in the corner over there that we have on video, away from camera view. See how that works? To avoid any suspicious activity and while watching TV. We got them. Other than that, that's pretty much it. We are waiting for further developments. We're glad to see the female 5132 back out with her silver vehicle, and her husband is clearly parked away from camera view. And earlier we have homeowner Martinez, daily plan attacks, bait, focus, follow, attention span. Okay, that's what we got so far. Organized crime is definitely responding. Don't forget, do your part, guys. Internal Revenue Services, we're hitting this criminal organization in their pocketbooks. And of course, this is after a couple of days ago, the mob plan hits with 2 second character witnesses parked right here in front. One here and one over there, among her fellow employees. That's right, this is big. So we uploaded the video a couple of times. We're on the wheel on Facebook, and we also uploaded it on our social media platform. We're back on YouTube. That's right, we are back on YouTube. We're trying to follow community family guidelines. So I'm not going to be as expressive. I'm just going to show the video, and I'm not going to get too much into detail. But the videos will be on YouTube and Facebook on the wheel. All right, we appreciate your support. Follow us on Google Maps, 3 million views on Google Maps. And for more information on military-grade technology, go on Google Maps. Go on YouTube, Tech Ingredients, Equal Exposure from Microwave Oven, X-ray machine, or sleeping next to a high power line, secondary health issues or radiation levels. This is how they're able to manipulate businesses, remain in control, and silence their arbitraries. Silent, incoherent victims. Nursing home final faith, identity theft Medicaid takes place. Organized crime family, process. That's the reason this first floor is vacant. And this is how defiant they feel. Organized crime, yes, they're very confident they can just move back in. Once I become ill and deceased, no questions asked. Let's see how well that works out. Let's see how well that works out, guys. We appreciate your support. Right now, we're waiting for Grandma. 1:04 p.m. Tuesday, November 11th, 2025. We are focused. And that's my buddy right there, Carlos, involved in criminal activity. That's right. Friend or foe, everyone will be documented, especially if they're involved in my murder plot electronically. That's his vehicle, and he is waiting for the command signal to continue the game of manipulation. You will see Carlos constantly riding in front, back and forth, working alongside the Martinez family right next door, 5135. These are small businesses involved in criminal activity. And we also, my son is a witness to the dollar store owner provoked confrontation, and 4 police officers waiting for me in the hallway. That's right, in the hallway. I don't know. All right, we're waiting for Carlos to come back out. He should be coming out. There we go. He is making his daily, periodic, this is social acting, bait, focus, follow, attention span. Very good friend of mine. Him and his wife Letty, but they're involved in criminal activity. Now he's waiting right there. See that? There's no traffic. But this is an act of defiance, bait, focus, follow. See how slowly he drives? See that? He just got the signal from right next door, 5135. He just got the signal from right next door, 5135. And once again, this is a hit squad that specializes in the game of manipulation. Okay? They're constantly trying to make the victims respond on command signal and with law enforcement involved in criminal activity. See? They can see everything, and that's the side window. So once again, they have responded by covering up the windows so they won't incriminate themselves. Okay? It's way too late for that. Way too late for that. And we also have on video the Xbox game console, ex-wife reaction response. I had to turn it off. All right, that's what we got so far. 1:07 p.m. Tuesday, November 11th, 2025. State insurance policy fraud, identity theft, Medicaid, organized crime. Working alongside Thomas Cicero officials on a harassment case against me for providing a public service, guys. Watch out. And they're getting signatures among their fellow criminal employees. How about that? Don't forget now, there's judges involved in criminal activity. Watch out. And reporters. Be mindful which reporters are out here periodically making sure Thomas Cicero is highlighted in a positive way. The list goes on and on. It's called making sure there's no loose ends. Yes, we have mail carriers involved in criminal activity. We have mail carriers delivering the mail on Sunday on video. How about that? We got it on video. We're focused. 5130 and 5132. The activities should be taking place. And you guys saw that firsthand. It's police officers clearly trying to provoke a confrontation. We have all the police officers on our video. Thomas Cicero Police Department harassment. Here we go.